Hey, budget gardeners, Rita Loca here. Join Winnie and I as we talk about what to do with your amaryllis plants. So let's go. You might have an amaryllis plant and you might be thinking, what do I do with it now? Well, one thing I don't want you to do is just throw away your amaryllis bulb. You can get that amaryllis to bloom for you year after year. I made a really short and sweet video that talks all about how to take care of your amaryllis bulb from the stage that it's at right now, all the way through taking care of it through the summer months, putting it through dormancy, and then waking it back up. Now, that's not the only way to take care of your amaryllis bulb, but it's a way that has worked for me. And seeing that lately I've been getting a lot of questions on what you should do with your amaryllis bulb, I thought it's a perfect time for us to revisit a video that I made in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to insert that video now. It's full of lots of great information. I live in New Hampshire. I garden in USDA Zone 5B. Where I live, Amaryllis, also known as Hippeastrum, is not hardy. However, the bulb is hardy in USDA zones 8 through 10. I wanted to make this video because some of you may have received an amaryllis bulb and you might think that it's just an annual and you throw it away and you get a new one each year. Well, that's not the case, and I want to go over all the steps involved for getting your amaryllis bulb to survive and rebloom year after year. We're going to start with after flowering care. After your amaryllis has done blooming, you want to make sure you've removed any spent blossoms. And also you want to remove the stalk that the spent blossoms were on. However, you want to leave the leaves on there because the leaves are necessary in order to keep feeding your bulb. Place your amaryllis bulb in the sunniest possible window because it needs that sun in order to photosynthesize. You want to continue feeding your bulb just enough to keep it wet, but not too much because amaryllis bulbs will rot if they get too much water. At this point, you're treating your amaryllis bulb just like you would any other houseplant. The next thing I want to talk about is moving your amaryllis bulb outdoors. You want to wait until after all danger of frost has passed, and then you can safely start hardening off your amaryllis bulb. You want to do it slowly, just like you would any other plant that you're trying to harden off. Slowly acclimate it to the sun, to the wind, to the rain, and it might take about a week until the plant is finally acclimated to the outdoor conditions. At this point, you have a couple of options, but no matter what option you choose, you want to make sure you're choosing a location where your amaryllis is in a full sun situation. It should be getting at least 6 to 8 hours of sun per day. You have a few options when you bring your amaryllis bulb outside. You can simply keep it in the pot that it's in. You can take the pot and sink it into the ground, or you can take the amaryllis bulb out of the pot and plant that into your landscape. No matter which option you choose, just make sure that your bulb is not getting too wet, because if it's too wet, it will rot. Continue to water and fertilize your bulb. Leave the leaves on there because those leaves are necessary. They're photosynthesizing and putting energy into the bulb. It's important to know that the amaryllis bulb needs at least 5 to 6 months to feed that bulb before you actually put the bulb into dormancy. Next, we're going to talk about moving the bulb indoors for dormancy, which for me typically happens during the end of August. The leaves may start to yellow as fall approaches, or they may not, they may remain green, but regardless, you want to leave the leaves on there and you want to bring your amaryllis bulb inside. So that entails bringing the potted plants indoors or digging up your amaryllis bulb carefully and placing it in some sort of a cardboard box. Let the leaves on your amaryllis bulb die back naturally. You want to place your bulb in a cool, dark, and dry location that stays anywhere between 40 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. During this dormant period, the bulb will stay there for a minimum of 6 weeks, up to about 12 weeks. And during this period of dormancy, the bulb doesn't need anything else. You don't want to be giving it any additional water. Now it's time to pot up your amaryllis bulb. You can go ahead and clean up your amaryllis bulb. That entails cutting back any of the dead foliage, and if the roots are very long, you can give them a haircut as well. I like to soak the roots of my amaryllis bulb for a few hours just to rehydrate the roots. Make sure you're not putting the whole entire bulb in water, just the roots. Next, select a container that has 1 or more holes in the bottom of it. Good drainage will minimize the chance of the bulb rotting. The diameter of the pot should be about 1 inch wider than the widest part of the bulb and twice as tall as the bulb to allow space for good root development. Fill the pot halfway with a well-draining potting mix. Set the bulb in the pot so the roots rest on the potting soil. The bulb should sit up above the edge of the container. Add more soil, tapping it down around the bulb until 1/3 to 1/2 of the bulb remains visible. Leave the shoulder and the neck exposed. Place on a bright windowsill in a 68 to 75 degree Fahrenheit room. During this time, water your bulb sparingly. Once a bud or leaves appear, gradually start watering, and you can go ahead and add a half-strength fertilizer at this time. Your bulb should bloom somewhere between 7 to 10 weeks. So if you want them to be blooming during the holidays, you'll just want to count backwards and work from there. In order to extend your bloom time, go ahead and move your plant out of the direct sunlight when the flower buds have begun to open. Cut the old flowers from the stem after flowering. When the stem starts to sag or turn yellow, cut it back to the top of the bulb. And then the whole cycle begins all over again. That's how you take care of your amaryllis bulb and get it to rebloom year after year. And you can have your amaryllis bulbs staggered so they bloom at different times. You just want to take them out of dormancy at different periods of time if you want to do that. Also, check for great sales after the holidays. Look online because a lot of times companies mark down their amaryllis bulbs quite a bit. I'd love to know if you've had success getting your amaryllis bulbs to rebloom, and if so, have you done anything differently than what I talked about in this video? Let me know in the comments below. And until the next video, make it a great day with gardening. Okay, Winnie, the video's all done. Your moment to shine is over. I'm sorry. Oh, look how nice you look with that amaryllis behind you. Isn't she the sweetest? This is the part where you say, until the next video, make it a great meowy day with gardening. She's like, yep, nope, not happening. Talk to the paw. Winnie says this should be the profile picture. What do you think? Come here. Come on. I'm ready to film. They're waiting. Really? She just wants pets. This is all this cat ever wants. She doesn't want to eat these plants, I swear. She just wants pets. Come on. Come on. Winnie, I need to do my intro. Okay, good. Come over here. There we go. Hey, budget gardeners, Vita Loki here. Join Winnie and I as we talk about how to get... Hey, budget gardeners, Vita Loki. Now you're messing with me. I can't even do my intro. Hey, budget gardeners, Winnie... Stop. Hey, budget gardeners, Vita Loki here. Join Winnie and I as we talk about what to do with your amaryllis plants. So let's go.